What's up, guys? DGFX here with Editor School, and we are bringing it back. So I thought I'd bring you guys a bunch of 3D tutorials. I've been a 3D teacher at Editor School, so class is in session. Let's get started. Here's how it's gonna go. This will be a couple tutorials along the way of how to create one scene. I'll be showing you guys how to organize your projects really good. Show you guys how to match move, which is motion tracking. Then I'm gonna show you guys how to bring it into 3ds Max, do a bunch of cool effects, add some, get all the TG pride in it. Then we're gonna take all that 3ds Max data and models and everything, bring it into After Effects, and how to show you guys composite all together with some overlays and some cool looking effects, make it look as professional as we can get it. Then we'll bring it back into Premiere and line it up with our montage, and then render the whole thing out and be all good. So let's show you guys a little something we'll be doing. This is probably gonna be the main result for the whole montage. Right here, we'll be doing something like this. As you see, we have a 3D guy right here, poorly composited ship in the background, which will be changed. Then we have some optical flares. Actually, we have some masking and rotoscoping going on right here. So I'm going to add some particles and stuff like that and make it look really, really nice. As you see, all the lighting is perfect on this scene right here. You get your guy, got your shadows, and yeah, and we're going to add a bunch of cool looking effects. So this will be a little series for the whole tutorial, well, to get the final result. The first thing I'm going to do is show you guys a little bit of organization techniques. So here's our clip right here, our raw cinematic. We went into whatever game you want. We went into Black Ops 2, recorded it. I recorded at really, really slow frame rate just to get a really good track. And so here's this. We got an idea. We got it pop up in our head, and we want to know what the hell to do. So you go out and record a scene, and now you're like, all right, now what am I gonna do? So a lot of people, when they get ideas for 3D, they can just look it up and stuff in real life. I really don't need to for the scene. But when you get an idea for 3D, some type of 3D scene, you don't want to, and you don't really know exactly how you want it. Try looking in movies, look for pictures and stuff, just to give you an idea of like how everything fall out. And that's just a little technique I use. No, I mean, I'm not saying like this. Go use, you get it out, you see Phase Meek, he puts 3D text in one little scene right here, and you're like, oh, I want to do that. So you go do the exact same thing, same map, same camera position, same text position, everything. I'm not saying copy like that. I'm saying like, use real life examples to help follow up your 3D. Use it to push your 3D to make it, look realistic. Just keep that in mind. Alright, so anyway, we got our footage, we're recording everything. The first thing we want to do is come there and do, you want to start organization, so let's do a new folder, and let's just call this the Editor School. So that's our montage right there, the Editor School. And you're gonna open up, let's make a new folder, and this is just to help keep everything organized and everything like that. Let's call it raw footage. Alright, and then we will put all of our clips, our cinematics, everything in here. Because a lot of people have the habit of, when they create a new project, they'll come there, they'll record with Hauppauge or Elgato, and the default place wherever it's recorded at is, your videos and your libraries, and they'll just come there and they'll drag this into 3ds Max or After Effects, and they'll edit the footage, this footage, from that pathway. So in a project, and you drag this project into whatever. I don't know if you save all your projects like I do. As you see right here, I save all my projects, movies, and there you go. All my stuff I save together. And when you go back and later open it, you don't have that footage because it was in a different place. Sorry about that. So yeah, in our school we have a raw footage. This will be all of our clips, cinematics, and everything you record. So yeah. Now, what you want to do is, I forget that you cannot see my second monitor. Let's do a new folder and let's call this scene 1. Alright, you'll label each scenes you want to do with your 3D. And then you'll do like a little dash and just give you one quick little like detail explaining C1. So let's just call this Plaza. So that's the map. And guy, Plaza guy. There you go. 2 quick little details to know when. Oh wait, that's that position. We know what that is. Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll go in there, and this is where we're gonna put all of our saves, simulations, everything in this one little folder. And I know I keep dragging it to the side. It's just have a second monitor set up, and what I normally do is when I'm working into a program, I'll have a program on this main monitor, and my second monitor I have my folder open up with all like my libraries and everything full of effects, so I know what to use and everything like that. Yeah. So now after we have that set up, we want to set up a After Effects project to go with it. Try to keep this tutorial under 10 minutes. I don't know what pretty much we're about to do with this tutorial. So after you have After Effects project set up and everything, let's just import the footage. The editor school, raw footage, open it and open it. And now, as you see, we set up that like folder and everything. We're gonna do the exact same thing with After Effects. So we're gonna make another folder in After Effects called raw footage, and then we'll drag that in there. And then just as you import assets into your After Effects, which an asset is just any type of clip, video, media, anything like that into After Effects, you make a folder. Now I'm not saying for each one you make one big folder that says like text. So all your little text overlays and everything you put in that folder. You put your music and folder, all your songs used for the project you put in there. All your sound effects, you gotta make a folder called sound effects, put all in there. It's just to help organize. So when you're working on a project and you say you used this piece of footage once already and you need it again, you're hoping go in your library, you know where it's at, you drag it in and you're good. So let's go on raw footage and we're gonna make a new comp from selection for it, and this will make a new composition. Now we're gonna go into our composition settings and let's just make sure everything's right. I will use 60 frames a second for this, and there we go. So as you see, this is really slow. That's just kind of the effect I wanted to go for with this project. And let's just look around and we're gonna find a place of what we want to use. It's about right there, and this footage will be downloadable in the description. So I'm gonna hit B to align the beginning of the comp with that. I'm gonna go down a little bit more, and about 40 seconds we're gonna use that part right there. And then we're gonna hit N to align the back, well, the ending part of the footage, and then we're gonna be this solid footage part right there. I just see we have a lot of stuff going on in this little piece of footage, so when we bring it to our tracking program, it might be a little hard. So as you see, this is really slow, and we don't really want that. So I'm gonna go back up here in raw footage folder, and I'm gonna right click on it and new comp from selection. Now we're gonna call this new comp, which has this comp inside of it, and we're gonna call this composition settings. We're gonna call this Plaza, because that's the name of the map. Record, and it's just showing that that's our Plaza footage right there. We're gonna bring it out of the raw footage folder. Actually, we can bring it back in the raw footage folder. Plaza record, and this part. Well, actually, we're gonna call this like main comp, because this is gonna be the composition that we do all of our effects in and everything like that. Now, I will bring it out of the raw footage folder, because what I do is for the most access files, I just leave them out of folders just to quickly throw them in. And we're going to composition settings, and we're going to change this start time code to 0. Okay, and that's just going to reset all of this to get it exactly right. And now our stretch, I don't remember exactly how I recorded this, but I want my new duration to be just 8 seconds. So that's a 53% stretch factor. And if you don't have that up right there, you can just columns stretch. So 8 seconds. So now we can go back to composition settings, and let's do our duration. Let's change that back to 8 seconds. Okay. So now let's take a break for a second, and let's just recap of all what we did. Alright, so basically what we did was we came there, we had our footage, we had an idea, and we looked up a little bit, we got a little bit of better of an image. We created our project. Inside of it, we put all of our raw footage folder. Then another one, we made our scene 1, which is our 3D project. And then, you know, we can add more stuff later on when we need it. Then we went to After Effects, we trimmed the clip up and made a new composition for it and get the final film part we want to use to put all of our 3D work in and tracking. And that's where we're at now. So what we're going to do is we're going to basically render this as a JPEG sequence for our tracking program. And first we need to save it. So let's just show you something like this. A lot of people, now they're going to save probably just inside this folder. But actually let's keep it all together. Scene 1, so we can call this, you know, Scene 1. We don't really need to name it again, Plaza Guy. But if you want, you can. So there we go. And that's pretty much it. This is it for the beginning of the tutorial. We're gonna, like I said, next part we'll be doing is PF track, and then it's a tracking program I use. I don't use Buju for, but I can put some links in the description to help you, you know, learn some info on it, and I'll let you figure out how you're gonna get it. Yeah. This is DGFX with Editor School, and this class has been dismissed. Session 1 is over. Peace.